Alright, YouTubers, so here's the tank after 7 weeks of the setup of actually putting things in. So that's minus the 2.5, 3 weeks that I used to cycle the tank to make sure it's ready to go. One bad thing about these type of tanks, acrylic glass, is that if it's not new, which mine isn't, it's been in storage for some time and we pulled it out to get back in the hobby. Oops, sorry about that. It's to the naked eye, it's pretty good. You can see all the scratches on, but when you're trying to do a video, as I am right now, things don't come in that clear. Anyways, on the live rock here, this barnacle's not open at the moment. There's a few polyps growing, which is really cool. My bird's nest is doing quite well. Let me zoom on in. It's not a macro lens, so you have to pardon all the moving around here. It's looking pretty good. The leather finger coral is also doing quite well. The little branch live rock that I have it on, I'm going to chop it in half lengthwise so I can push it in a bit more because it's starting to grow and touch the acrylic glass in the front. The gobstopper zoas are also doing quite well. I apologize, it's going to be hard to get it to focus with this lens. Here you go. And down on the bottom we got some green plies. They're alright. I lost a head. I think it's underneath the rock in that little hole. I need to get it out. And the green star polyp, GSP, that's doing well. It's nice and bright. Let me turn off that light and just have the night lights on. The royal blue. For those of you who have a tank, you know that these colors just don't show up as well in the video. When you're looking at it in person, it looks just so much more nicer. So the thing about having such a small tank, the Pico tank, is that, well, you really have to come up with a game plan with what you want to do. I was just excited to jump back into the hobby, and after much consideration, I was gonna go buy more zoas because I love zoas and just plant it all because of all the different colors. But I have a little confession here. As I said, this tank now is 7 weeks into when I introduced all of this into the tank. I've only done one water change since, and that's because the bio load is really low. All my parameters are good. The filter, I got some C-clam in the back, floss, and also some Chemi Pure carbon in there. It's a mixture, and the tank's been running great, so it's really low maintenance, which is perfect because I have a 1-year-old that I need to take care of and obviously spend most of the time with. So my new plan is let this GSP grow like crazy on the top and take over this whole rock. I'm hoping it'll grow on the back because then it'll be easy for me to scrape off and take care of. And sooner or later, these zoas, they might have some new heads. Might, not sure, because I'm not particularly trying to grow things in this tank, like growing it to frag it to sell. And we'll see, because in previous videos or clips, these are the default lights I was using, and they're only about 1.6 watts each in its best condition, meaning it's going to be less that now because they're pretty old. And then this is my older light. It's a wave point micro sun, I think that's what it's called, 16 watt. So let's assume it's less than that now, and that's alright because I'm using it for this really small tank. The reason why I have this strip here is because that one white light is the one that's still working quite well, and as you see, that gives me my daylight. It's pretty bright. Again, it's a small tank, and that's why this old light I have still works for it, and I just tape it up when I don't want it. So let's see where we go with this. Feel free to leave any comments down below.